Hello everybody, this is MMASMR. I have the same fall / autumn nails on today. I was not planning to make a video today. I'm actually on my way out of the house. As you can see, I have my jewelry on. But I saw this really cool illustration today in the New York Times in the Sunday Review. And I just thought I could take a few moments to go over it with you guys in a pointer. And it's all just these wonderful characters. I'm going to lift it up so you can see it a little bit better. So, it's just these wonderful characters. And the article is the contacts of your contacts. And it's all about kind of how everybody's connected to everybody else. You know, like that old theory that we're only separated by everybody on Earth by like 6 people. Yeah. So I just thought that this was interesting. So there's a little part in the inside of the paper I'll go over in a few moments. But for now, I just thought we can focus on each one of these characters and just examine what they are doing. And we will begin up here with the little girl who is jumping rope. As you can see, she's wearing a red sweater. She's got her gray pants on. She's jumping rope. And it looks like she has 2 friends here. So this little girl is exercising or stretching. And then this little boy is holding up either an orange dodgeball or he may be blowing up a balloon. It's hard to tell. I think this is a dodgeball though. I think he's either holding a dodgeball or a basketball. And I don't know, these 3, 1, 2, 3, just look like they belong together. And then over here we have a man who is jogging, or is getting ready to jog, it looks like. He may actually also be practicing boxing, because I know a lot of boxers go out and jog as an exercise. He's wearing a blue shirt, he's got pink pants on, pink mittens, pink ear warmers, black shoes or socks. And his color scheme kind of matches these 2 people. So you have this man here in a hoodie and sweatpants, what am I saying? And little shoes, white shoes. And it looks like he has a whistle in his mouth. And his female companion is here with a basketball. And she's obviously talking to him. She's looking right at him. And then down here we have 2 women that are walking together. They look like they are having a conversation. Well, she's talking, she's smiling. She's holding a little coffee cup. And she has lovely orange hair, lovely red hair. And then she has a blue sweater on and black pants and red shoes. And this lady has a black sweater on with blue jeans and blue shoes. And they look like they're enjoying a walk in the park. And I feel like all of these people could be in the same area. Like you could find all of them in a park location. And then down here you have a woman in a tracksuit, a green tracksuit. And she matches pretty well except for her shoes, which are blue instead of green. If I was wearing this outfit, I'd put green shoes on. And she's standing next to a woman who's wearing green sweater and blue pants and black shoes. And she's holding, it looks like 3 books. And that's very similar to this little girl up here who's dressed in black and is holding 2 books. So it looks like this could be a librarian and somebody who's just visited the library. And here's a businessman in a pink suit with a blue briefcase. He looks very dapper. He's walking towards the ladies. And then over here, up here, we have 2 children playing with blocks. The little boy is sitting on the ground. And the little girl is standing above him. It looks like she's about to put the bell tower on the blocks. And they're both wearing blue. And then there's a little girl right next to them who's looking up at something. And we don't know what she's looking at, although if we move the paper down, she's actually looking at the Sunday Review as if she can see it in the sky, which is cute. And she's wearing mostly yellow, a little red backpack, or a little red purse, I should say, and black leggings, and shoes that are kind of grayish. And then down here are 2 more children. They're also dressed in blue, as if it's some sort of a uniform. And they appear to be dancing. Maybe they're doing a TikTok dance, even though I can't see anybody holding a camera near them. But they're doing a little dance. Or maybe they're trying to photobomb this guy, because he is on his phone. Maybe doing a FaceTime with his friend here. And perhaps they're trying to photobomb him. That is entirely possible. And these 2 look like a couple as well. And then over here we have this man who looks like he is very, very cold and he's shivering. And he is standing next to this man who's holding a computer. And he looks very techy and he's trying to explain something to this man. So I'm not really sure what the storyline here would be. Maybe he lost his jacket, he's cold, and he's trying to show him places to buy a new one. But he's also wearing blue slippers, which is interesting. And then over here we have another young woman wearing blue. And here is a man holding books. That's the third person we've seen holding books. And they appear to be with these two children who are dressed mostly in yellow. Well, he's wearing gray sweater and she's wearing black pants. Mostly yellow and orange tones. And they look like very happy children. And then if we come down here, you have this family. So again, people dressed in blue. The dad is holding grocery bags. And look at the grocery bags. You know the smiley face on the grocery bags? These grocery bags actually have a little mask over the smiley face, which I thought was so cute. Such a cute, funny little detail. And it looks like there's lettuce or kale in the bags. And I'm assuming that this lady is with him, possibly his wife. And she looks like she has a bag full of bread or baguettes. And it looks like this little girl is with them. And she's all in green, or mostly in green. She's got little pigtails. She's very cute. So this definitely looks like a family unit. And then over here is yet another girl holding books. And there's a friend with a backpack, and they're also in green, the same green as this little girl's outfit. So maybe they go to the same school, or same after-school program, or what have you. And then here's the man on his cell phone that we were examining before, him and his friend here. And I like the way she has her hair in a bun, that looks really pretty. And then next to them are these 4 children. So this child is playing on the T, sitting on top of it, looking like the king of the mountain, looking very satisfied. And then these 2 little boys are playing with a ball. This little boy has a nice warm hat, it looks like, and this little boy's in striped pants, and his shirt looks a bit too small for him. And they're playing, and this little girl is just sitting there reading, not letting them bother her. And her book, orange book, matches her pretty orange bow. And then we come over here, we have another couple. And they're just standing there chilling out, watching the whole scene. And the man's in black and white with yellow pants and white shoes. And the lady's in black with a green skirt and blue shoes and a red handband. So she really has a lot of colors on. She has glasses on. And they're just chilling out, just watching everything that's happening around them. And then here's an older woman who is walking with a cane. She's got a nice, pretty pink top on. She's got gray hair and jeans, and she's not letting the pandemic or the lockdown keep her inside. She's going off for a walk. And then here we have a couple. They're both dressed in brown, or at least brown sweater, brown jacket. And he looks like he has a folder, and she's holding a bag with a pineapple in it. And they definitely look like they're together. And if we come down here, we have this boy here is holding a book, another person with a book. And this little girl with a backpack, and now she's dressed in blue, but the backpack is red, and it's got a little charm hanging from it. And then here's 2 boys also dressed in blue, and this boy is looking at the girl as if he wants to talk to her and say something, but is a bit shy. She has glasses. He looks a bit like Harry Potter. And in fact, if this was the Harry Potter world, because they're all dressed in blue, these would be Ravenclaws, and I would be right in here with them, because I'm a straight up Ravenclaw. Whenever I take the sorting hat test, I'm like 96% Ravenclaw. Like, I've never gotten anything but Ravenclaw, and I always get Ravenclaw by like massive percentages, like 96, 97. Like, the lowest I ever got was like 94%. It's always Ravenclaw. So if they're Ravenclaws, I'd be right there with them. And then over here we have this man. Now he is raking up something, either leaves or confetti or something, and he looks extremely displeased with the entire situation. Everything, like, look at the look on his face. This man has just had enough. He's wearing a pink visor and a pink shirt, and he's got black pants on and green shoes. And he just looks like he's just completely frustrated. And I always think that this is exactly what the This is exactly what the janitors must look like when they have to clean up Times Square after all the confetti drops on New Year's Eve in New York. I always think like this expression would just explain like their feelings about confetti and glitter. Maybe that's what he's looking down. Maybe somebody dropped confetti, or maybe the children drop like confetti or glitter, and that's what he's looking down there with such disdain at. And then over here we have this little girl, and she's wearing pink sweater and pink shoes, so she's very well matched. Gray pants. She's got a red backpack with a little tan at the base, and she looks very happy. She's walking towards this couple. This lady here could be her mom, perhaps. She's also wearing pink, but she's got red shoes on instead of pink, black pants. And then this man, he's also in pink. Look at that. He's got pink pants on, kind of grayish shoes and a lighter gray silvery top, and he's got red hair and a beard. But they look like a family unit as well. Okay, so now it's going to be some crinkling. So I just have to expand the paper a little bit just to show you guys what we heard. So here you have these two children, and it looks like they're arguing over a toy panda. I'm assuming it's a toy panda. If not, they took it out of the zoo, which would be highly illegal. We actually don't have any pandas in New York right now. Not in the zoos. But anyway, this little girl has beautiful, lovely yellow pajamas on. And the boy has a yellow sweater, but he's wearing blue jeans. And it looks like he's, has his hand in the air, like, I want a chance to play with the panda. But it looks like she's just not relinquishing it at all. And then besides them, there is this man. He's wearing gray, and he's got a pink hat on, and he has a black cat in his arms, and that is so cute. I have 3 cats. I love cats, so I think it's great he took his cat out for a walk. I would be too afraid to take mine out, though. I'd be afraid they'd run away from me. I mean, like afraid they'd run away outside and get disoriented, because my 3 are house cats, purely house cats. And then over here, we have a girl on a scooter. And there's a boy standing next to her with a football or a soccer ball. Whenever I see these, I'm American. You can tell from my accent, but I grew up. Whenever I see these, I immediately think football, not soccer ball, just because I grew up with football because my parents are from Ireland and like my whole family's from Ireland. So I have a tendency, even with my American accent, I have a tendency to basically rename things in a more like Irish European way. Like, for example, instead of saying a parking lot, I'll say car park. Instead of saying desserts, I'll say sweets. Instead of saying elevator, like I'll say lift sometimes. And instead of saying flashlight, I'll say torch. And I'll catch myself doing this like when I'm with other Americans and they kind of look at me odd. But yeah, so whenever I see this, I don't think soccer, I think football. So if you guys ever hear me like make those like mistakes, it's just because like the jargon, like my accent is American, like my thought process is like the way that I label things, it's kind of more European. Yeah, so she's on her scooter and he's with the ball, and it looks like they might be heading to the park. And then over here, this poor guy is walking on a walker, so he's a very young man too. So he must be recovering from an injury. And he's got a yellow sweater on with black pants, and he looks like he has a friend here with him. And his friend has also been injured. His friend's also in the same color scheme, like yellowy, orange, and black. And he's got an eye patch, do you see? So maybe both of these people have just come out of a first med or a hospital. They both look like they've had an injury. Okay. Fold the paper over, so I'm going to come back this way. And now there's 2 little girls here that look like they are gossiping, and they're both wearing blue, and she's got a red handbag. And this little boy is in green, and he's got a cute little green teddy bear. And then it looks like here is a lady with a laptop, and she's also in green pants, black shirt, and she's got orange slippers on, and she's looking something up online. And it looks like she's with this man who is cooking something. So he's got a spatula, he's got a pan. It looks like he's cooking a fish up, and he's wearing a green apron and green shoes and black pants. And it looks like she may be looking something up on the computer for him. Like maybe she's looking up a recipe, he's making something, and he's asked her to double check the recipe to make sure that it's being prepared right, because right now it looks good. And this could be a family unit. Maybe the little girl is with them, but it looks like this could potentially be a whole family, maybe even these kids as well. Could be a whole family unit, who knows? And then right here, here's a little girl just walking amid the word contacts, and she is dressed in an orange sweater, yellow pants, black shoes with white socks, and she's got a red backpack. So a very fall type of outfit. Oh, and then up here, we nearly missed this little boy. He is standing by the R and your, and he's got a red tabby cat in his arms, which is very cute. One of my cats is a red tabby. The other two are torties, but I have one red tabby. And it looks like he might be with these people. The lady is smiling at him and the cat. She's wearing kind of a bluish gray sweater, gray or light blue pants, orange shoes. She's looking down at the little boy and smiling. And it looks like this man is with her. And he's in very similar color schemes, maybe different shades of gray, black shoes. He's got a beard and glasses. So it looks like this could be a family unit. And then over here, there's this little girl standing alone. And I have no idea why. Maybe it's the stripes, but for some reason she reminds me of Pippi Longstockings. And she's got a red and white striped shirt on, and pink pants, and black shoes, and she's got blonde hair. And then over here we have these two students. They look like students, and they look like they're dressed in uniform, or brown and tan. Although there's no dress code with the shoes apparently, because she's got red shoes on and he's got white. And he's holding books. Perhaps they're camp counselors. And this girl could be part of their group as well, because she's also wearing brown, although with black pants and black shoes. And she's got books in her hands, but it's possible that this is all one unit, one group. So now, move this down. Okay. So go back to the side. And then here we have two ladies, and they're walking a cute little dog. So this lady has a gray sweater on and pink pants, and she's got a little poop bag from the dog. And this beautiful, it looks like a golden lab, or perhaps a golden retriever, or a yellow lab. And then she has nice brown hair that's braided. And her friend standing next to her is dressed very, very fashionably. She's got this long, oversized pink sweater. She's got red stockings and black knee-high boots. And she's also wearing she's got a long arm purse, and she's wearing glasses. Now, I like this outfit, but if I was wearing this outfit, I'd probably make the purse black and red. Try to find a purse that has both black and red in it to tie in the stockings, or make the purse black, and then or make the purse either red or black, and then wear either a red or black necklace to tie everything in. But so far, I think she is the most fashionably dressed. And then over here, we have three children that look like they could be together. So this little boy is making paper airplanes, and he's in green and blue. This little boy in green is playing with a blue ball and sitting on a stool, a yellow stool. And then this little girl looks like she's holding two red maracas. She's all dressed in green. She's got blue shoes on, and it definitely looks like they could be together. And then standing right near them are these two boys who are skateboarders. Now, he's on his skateboard. He's got his hat backwards, and he's holding his skateboard in his arm. And they're both dressed in light blues and grays, and he's got a red cell phone. And fun fact, when I was younger, when I was like very, very much younger, like I'm talking really young, like 12, 13, I used to think it was so sexy when guys wore their caps backwards. I don't know why. This just reminded me of that. But for some reason, when I was like really, really young, I thought that was so sexy. I don't know why. And then over here, we have a nurse and a doctor, or doctors and nurses. They could both be doctors. I think he's definitely a doctor because he's wearing a white coat. He could even be like a radiologist or something. She could be a doctor or a nurse. It's really hard to tell because with the both doctors and nurses wear scrubs. But basically, it looks like she's dressed all in orange. She's dressed in orange pants with blue shirt and a white coat. They're both wearing masks. Obviously, they're in the hospital. She's got her hair tied back in a hairnet, a blue hairnet with blue gloves on. in gray shoes. She's got a stethoscope around her neck, and she's holding a clipboard, and she's discussing something with the doctor, who has pens in his pocket. And then there's this little boy standing in front of them, dressed in yellow, wearing an orange backpack, his black shoes on, and a blue cap. And then right here is a patient in a bed, and the bed has a nice orange blanket and a yellow mattress and a white pillow. And the patient has gray hair and is wearing a black shirt. And it looks like a woman. I think it could be a man too. But it looks like a woman. She's just like in the bed. And it looks like this man is either a nurse or another patient. He may actually be another patient, judging by the outfit. It's just a white kind of smock and orange shoes. And he's like holding onto the IV, maybe to steady himself, looking at her. So perhaps they're both ill and they know each other in the hospital together. And we come over here, you have this couple who are very, very, very bundled up. It looks like it's very cold outside. So she's wearing like this long blue jacket with black boots, and she has a little purse, a lighter blue purse to go to market. Lighter blue or gray, I suppose it could be. And then he's bundled up in a blue jacket with a lighter blue scarf and orange pants, and he's got orange and black shoes. I think these new shoes are actually really snazzy, but they both look like they're walking in a very cold location. And actually, so does this lady. So here's another older woman, and she's out for a walk, and she's dressed wonderfully. She's dressed fabulously, and she's all bundled up. So she's wearing a pink visor to match her pink jacket, and she's wearing red shoes. If this was me, I would wear pink shoes. And she's got a little white scarf or a white turtleneck. And she's holding 2 dumbbells, and she's walking while lifting the weights, which is really hard work. So kudos to her for doing that. And it looks like she has a friend here with her, and her friend was also dressed in pink, well, at least a pink shirt, and gray pants and gray shoes. And it looks like she's stretching, and she's got a red headband on. So they definitely look like they're together. And then down here, these are 2 kids that might also be hanging out together. So this boy is dressed in shorts. Now, a lot of other people in this scene are bundled up. So why he's dressed in shorts, I really don't know. But he must be immune to the cold. But he's wearing a blue sweater, black shorts, and orange shoes with white socks. And he's got this really colorful beach ball. It looks like an inflatable beach ball with red, blue, and yellow, and white at the tip. And it looks like he's throwing that upwards. And then here's his friend just standing there, and his friend is very well matched for the most part. He's got a blue and white sweater on, blue pants, and blue shoes. Again, green shoes. If it was me, I would wear blue shoes. And he's got long hair, but I think this could be a girl, I suppose. But I don't know. I think it's just a guy with long hair, but I like a skater dude. And I think they're probably friends. Oh, and then right underneath that is the name Tommy and I'm assuming that that is the illustrator who created all these characters. And then if we look over here, now this looks like kind of a classic creeper type of situation, where here's this poor woman who's dressed in a lovely green or teal jacket, and she's got gray gloves on and a gray purse and kind of light blue shoes and black pants. She's got pretty red hair, right? And from behind her, here is this man who's dressed in gray shoes and green pants and a black jacket, and he has like teal green gloves on and a teal scarf on, and he's got glasses and a beard and a smile on his face. And it looks like he's reaching out and is going to pat her head or touch her hair. And what I find kind of bizarre about this is that look at the look on his face. He looks completely delighted. He looks just so pleased with himself and so happy about the entire situation playing out. And she doesn't. She looks either oblivious or really, really annoyed. Like, I can't really tell what this look is. But she certainly doesn't look happy. And it makes me wonder if she knows he's there, or if this is a sort of like a classic creeper situation where he's just this weird guy in the crowd and she walks by and he decides he's going to touch her hair. I have unfortunately had incidences like that. I have very long kind of blondie brown hair, and I have had incidences with like really weird guys like trying to either touch or sniff my hair in public. It's horrible. It's horrible. But I'm wondering if that is what is playing out here. I mean, maybe not. It could be completely innocent. You know, she could be his granddaughter. She could be his friend. He might be giving her a pat on the head as she walks away to say, like, goodbye. Or maybe he's not going to pat her head. Maybe he's just waving goodbye to her as she walks away. So this scene could either be completely innocent or completely perverted. Who knows? It's subjective. It's art. And then over here we have two children. And it looks like they are definitely hanging out together. So this boy looks like he might be stretching or exercising. He's wearing a teal jacket and green pants and teal socks and gray shoes. And he's smiling at the girl who's on a scooter. She's on jeans and a white t-shirt, and she's got a teal helmet. And they look like they are just chatting and maybe having a good time. So maybe they're planning to go to the park too. And then down here, this looks like a whole family unit. So we have, it looks like a dad who looks kind of nerdy. And he's wearing like a yellow sweater with white sleeves and a bow tie, a red bow tie. He's got spectacles on. He's got black pants and blue shoes. And it looks like this lady is with him. I'm assuming this is his wife, and she's got a blue sweater on and orange pants and blue shoes. And it looks like they have these three children who are together. So you have this little boy in green who is carrying a white blanket, and he's got red and black socks on. And then his little sibling right here, I'm assuming a little brother, who's all bundled up in green. And you see the way he even has the hood on with like the white tufts at the end of the hoodie to make it really, really warm. And it looks like he's holding a big stuffed toy, a big yellow bunny stuffed toy, and he's got black shoes on. And they're both looking at this little girl who's dressed in a green shirt and black pants with black shoes or socks. Blue pants, what am I saying? Green shirt, blue pants, and black shoes or socks. And she's fast asleep on this pillow, and she's got little pigtails. And they look like they're looking at her like they don't want to wake her up. And he's kind of smiling off into the distance. She's smiling at the children, and they're smiling at her, and she's sleeping. And this little boy here, even though the outfit is the wrong color, it's green rather than maroon, he reminds me of Randy from The Christmas Story. If you guys ever seen the movie The Christmas Story, the little brother, Randy, before he goes to school in the morning, he has to get bundled up to the point that, like, he can't move his arms. And that's kind of what this reminds me of, like when kids are dressed up like Eskimos. And then over here, we have more children. And these children look like they could be together waiting for a bus or standing in a playground or something. They're all dressed in shades of blue to some extent. This poor little boy is in shorts. I don't know why, because everybody else is bundled up. But this little boy here is eating a sandwich. And this little boy here is standing with a backpack watching him eat the sandwich. And this boy here is all bundled up. He's even got a blue hat on. And he's showing off this photo of either a meteor or perhaps a coronavirus. I don't know. But he's showing it off. It looks like he's trying to show it off to this girl who is all dressed in blue with black pants. I must say I like this outfit. Looks nice together. And she's not paying any attention to the boy or his drawing. Instead, she's looking down at her stuffed animal, which is an orange dinosaur, it looks like. And if anybody remembers the TV show Rugrats, this dinosaur reminds me of Neptar, you know, the dinosaur from that TV show. Now, even though Neptar was green, not orange, just the shape of this reminds me of Neptar. And it made me think of the Rugrats for some reason. So now we're going to circle back up here. We have two other people here, and these also look like doctors. Like this lady looks like she's a doctor because she's wearing a white doctor's coat, and she's got orange scrubs and green shoes on. And the man standing next to her may or may not be a doctor, but he looks very distinguished and professional, perhaps a lawyer or a businessman. And he's wearing a white shirt with an orange blazer and gray slacks and blue shoes. And it looks like he's carrying a tablet or a laptop in his hands. And they're just looking out. So they might come from like the same world up here as the hospital. And then right beside them and above the children is this artist. These two more children. They're also dressed in kind of shades of blue. So they might go with this group here. And it looks like this girl is painting a portrait. And she could be painting this boy who is wearing striped blue and black pants and gray shoes and a blue sweatshirt with a lighter blue or a gray backpack and a green hat. So she could be painting this boy, or perhaps this boy is just really, really nosy and curious and wants to see what she's painting, and is just kind of annoying her to see, what are you painting? What are you painting? But she's standing there. She's got on her blue smock. It looks like she's got a red and blue sweater on, a blue beret. She's got black stockings and blue shoes and a brush in her hand, and it looks like she's whistling. And she's just painting away, and she's either talking to him, or she's looking at him because she might be painting him, or she's just trying to finish her painting before she can show him it. So there you go. That's one thing about my art. It takes so long to put together and to dry that I don't show it to anybody until it's completely done. Because when it's being put together, it often looks like a bit of a jumble. And then over here we have this lady in crutches. And this kind of reminds me of further up, we had another scene, like a hospital scene. So maybe she is coming from the same world of the hospital scene. But anyway, so she's wearing a kind of a tangerine orange shirt, yellow pants, black shoes. It looks like she's walking on crutches. She's got lovely black hair, very pretty long black hair. And even though she's obviously sustained some sort of an injury, she's getting around. She's managing. And then here we have more people, so that are also dressed mostly in yellow tones. So we have this lady who's dressed in a yellow sweater and teal slacks with black shoes, and she's got a kind of a tangerine handbag. And it looks like she's looking after these two people. Now this man here is smiling even though he's in a wheelchair. So he's got a blue cap on, and he's got kind of an orange sweater and black pants and red shoes. And I did point out the blue cap with like the tuft at the top. And then next to him is this woman with her arm in a sling. And this poor lady looks very, very sad. She's wearing a yellow sweater dress, I guess we would say. She's got her arm in this orangey sling with a blue tab, or a blue sling. And then she's wearing kind of red leggings and blue shoes. And her hair is lovely long black hair tied into a ponytail. But this poor lady looks really, really sad. So she's obviously really distressed about whatever happened to her, to hurt her arm. And hopefully she feels better soon. So that's it. I think we went over the entire page. We examined all of the characters. But now what I'm going to do, and this is going to have some rustling, so if you guys don't like the sound of rustling, turn the volume down. But I know some of you do like the sound of rustling, and if so, you will enjoy this. And now what I'm going to do, this is the inside of the paper, and it just revisits some of the characters from that scene, but it explains who they are. So the man and the woman standing there in blue, my children's classmates, siblings, preschool teachers. So this is just the author's interpretation of who these people might be. And then all of these children, my children's classmates, siblings, preschool classmates. Because again, this article is all about the degrees of separation. And then down here it says, my children's babysitters' friends. So these are all friends of the babysitter. And then over here, my children's classmates' parents and my children's classmates' siblings. And this couple here are my children's babysitters, my children's friends, my children's friends' parents, children's classmates, my children's classmates, my children's teachers, my children's friends, my children's friends' parents, my children's classmates' parents, and then down here, my children's classmates' mother's patients. And look, we have a new character here, a man in an x-ray machine. We didn't see him on the cover, did we? My children's teacher's girlfriend. And these are all the children's classmates' mother's patients, okay? Down here, my children's classmates' brother. My children's classmates' brother's preschool teachers. My children's classmates' parents. My children's classmates' mother's colleagues. My children's classmates' father's colleagues. Go up here. My daughter's gymnastics class. And we didn't see all of these people either. We saw some of them, but not quite all of them. And my children's classmates. My children's classmates. My daughter. My son. Me. My wife. So this is a family unit. So they're in the center of all of this, and then everything else kind of separates out. Because again, this is all about the degrees of separation. Or the way that people are connected. My children's play dates. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So my children's play dates. My children's play dates' parents. Okay. I think we got everything on this side. Yeah, my children's teachers. We got them, right? Okay. And then we have my children's classmates' siblings. Children's classmates' friends' parents. Children's classmates. My children's classmates' neighbors. My children's classmates. Then down here, my children's classmates' parents. My children's classmates' brother. My children's classmates' brother's daycare classmates. And again, we didn't see all of these children. We saw some of them, but I don't think we saw that little girl. My children's classmates' mother's colleagues. We didn't see this lady either. She looks like the preschool teacher that's holding it looks like a bucket full of stuffed animals. And then my children's classmates' father's colleague. Okay, so I think that we went through everything. I don't think I missed any of these. But I'm glad we turned the page to go through this, because we didn't want to miss the extra guy. So that's it. I just wanted to go through that, because whenever I see interesting scenes, I know that you guys enjoy going over the scenes sometimes, even though they're not my regular, eye exam videos. But I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and please check back on my channel soon for more videos. I hope that you are having a good day, and I wish you a good evening and sweet dreams.